brother, can you help me?
Yeah, I'll help you out, sis. You good? You okay?
Yeah, thanks for helping me out, stepbro.
Oh, awesome. Just making sure you're good. Okay. What do you think was gonna happen, you sick fuck? Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm a man of God. Good job, Tyler. Thanks.
Spaghetti Monster. Welcome back to another Gate Ruler video. We've got a ridiculous card to talk about today, but first let's do the influencer reveal. So here it is. It is Panjanudo. Can't pronounce it. We're trying something new. We'll see if you guys like this. So there it is. And it is a 4/3/2, so pretty good stats. That is apparition and military. So those are actually two quite relevant traits there. It has counter, don't come closely, rest an enemy ruler, and the effect of Vongolo, your other units get +1 attack. So worth saying, this is taking like a really, really minor hit in stats for that effect of +1 attack. Like it's like a 4. Well, I suppose the counter's kind of also there because 4/4/2 is the vanilla stats one might expect here, and you can argue there's a a reasonable hit there just from the typing. But in terms of how good that counter is, obviously, if your opponent has not attacked with the ruler, it is totally nuts. That's fairly obvious. How often will they not have attacked with the ruler? It's kind of going to depend on how good the opponent is, and also like whether people want to play this card. Because if they don't play this card, then they're not going to care. They'll probably be attacking with units first. But if you do play this card, then you'll probably be attacking with a ruler first, and then this card becomes dead. I think this is, I don't know, this strikes me as kind of a trap card that will work in one game, and then after that it's going to be totally useless because your opponent will be playing around it. But I think it's cool as a mind gamey card, and as a card that your opponent's probably not going to see coming at like 1 to 2 copies. This could be quite nice. Just on the I don't think you should be dedicating a significant amount of counter space to this card at all, but the times you see it and it goes off are going to be really nice. However, that's not the main card that we had to talk about. This is the most ridiculous card. It's the literal flying spaghetti monster. Like, it's not a meme. There is genuinely an article on the Gate Ruler website about how they went to the official, I think it's called Pastafarian, I think is the name. The official Pastafarian Japanese church. And we're like, hey, we want to depict your god. Can we do that? And there's a whole article about how they went about it, and it's kind of surreal. I suggest you guys check it out, but here it is. It's the fucking flying spaghetti monster, and it's broken. It's nuts. So it's a legend, as you can see, a 0/7/0 legend, level 3. It's an apparition, a god, and a pepperverse. Pepperverse will be relevant. Keep an eye out. But apparition on a level 3, I think is probably not super relevant, though you can give it. I don't know why you'd move it out of defensive. So there's that too. But then it has these effects. Ramen. Once per game. When it's placed in your damage zone, special summon it. So this is counter without taking up a counter spot, which is obviously really good. And a counter to special summon this, which is a really strong counter. Like, I need to emphasize, like, counters like that typically mean that you take a gigantic hit to stats. So here, yes, you're taking a hit to stats, unquestionably, but you're also not taking up a counter spot. So, like, to an extent, it's kind of a fair trade. And then obviously you have the legend effect. But this also has standby. When you are attacked, you may normal summon this from the set zone to your defensive zone. So it has that Red Alice effect on top of that. One cool little niche thing you can do here is if you draw this card, you can set it, use it, presumably in the drive-based ruler, by the way, because playing for this with energy is probably going to feel bad. But hey, I mean, you're more likely to damage it than draw it at the moment, so you might still want to play this. Either way, You play this, and this tech is definitely a more drive-based thing, but you play this, and your opponent kills it. And the next time you take damage, if you hit a Schrodinger's cat, you can swap out something, swap in your flying spaghetti monster, trigger your ramen effect to special summon it, and bam, you just got 2 of them in a game. Stonks. This card is nuts. I genuinely think this card is, like, I think people are going to sleep on this card because it's not an obvious, flashy, whoa, this is super crazy, but, like, you need to bear in mind that this might be something your opponent literally cannot kill. Certainly on the turn that you damage check it, 100% your opponent is not going to be able to deal with this. Like, it seems so unlikely to me that your opponent will have the board state where they can just deal 7 damage to this after already swinging into face, especially if you already had something in defensive, which is likely, or if you nulled an attack or something. So this is probably essentially ending your opponent's turn. On top of that, on the next turn, you know, you can play them more controlly on your next turn, remove their units. They've only got a summon cap of 2 more than likely, maybe 3 of their wizard. Where, you know, they're going to try and make a board as best they can, and if you've got interaction, you can disrupt that and stop them from being able to kill this. They may genuinely just be unable to kill this, which is obviously insane. And I think that another thing is this is essentially giving you 17 counters instead of 16, which is another reason this card is super strong. I saw a discussion like, oh, it's good. Is it legend good? Yes, it's legend good. It's probably the best legend. I want to say, like, I think this might be. It's not super flashy, but it's really, really good. I think you're going to see this in pretty much, like, the majority of top decks, I think, that play Wonderverse, because it's just an extra counter. Like, yeah, okay, even if it's an energy-based ruler, if you draw it, like, it may be hard to play, but, like, there are ways to put it back. Like, we have seen ways to deal with this, right? You can use Craig, for example, if you're playing blue-pink, to stack it on top of the deck. Sorted. It's back. It's not even an issue. So yeah, I just think this card is nuts. And that's it. I've talked about this card for quite a long time. Don't want to. I promise I'm not trying to play to the algorithm. But speaking of the algorithm, I'd appreciate it if you guys checked out my video from yesterday. I'll put a card over there. I think it was quite a good video, talking about how to essentially get good at card games. And if you enjoyed this video, I'd like you to like it, please, and subscribe. Help me combat the algorithm, please. Leave a comment, please. Appreciate that, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video. Cheers.